Today on Judge Faith, 2 dogs killed. Each owner points the finger at the other.
My mother called over to Sarah and told her that the dogs were killing our dog and she needed to come get her dog.
I understand that her dog died, but you know what? My dog died because of this situation as well.
So you think this is one big setup and she wanted her dog to get killed by your pit bull?
And later, furniture flies during an attempted delivery of a bedroom set.
I turned back to pay attention to where I was going, and the next time when I looked in my rearview mirror again, I seen everything just fly off the truck.
Onto the highway?
Onto the highway.
Wow.
When I finna retrieve the mattress in the box spring, here come an 18-wheeler, ran over it. I'm seeing it, and I'm looking in my eyes like my life flashed into my eyes.
The furniture even falling off on the highway is so dangerous.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. In a dog-eat-dog world, plaintiff Tarika Maxwell says her neighbor's pit bull attacked and killed her dog, Rocky. She's suing for the cost to replace her pet and cremation fees. Defendant Sarah Scholl says her dog was wrongfully accused, and now he's dead. She's countersuing.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. This case is Maxwell versus Scholl.
Thank you, Barbara. Miss Maxwell, you say your neighbor is responsible for the death of your dog. You're suing for $1,200 for cremation services and to replace your dog. Miss Scholl, you say you had nothing to do with her dog's death, so you owe nothing. In fact, you're countersuing for $2,250 to replace your dog. Miss Maxwell, what's going on?
On December 30th, 2013, the plaintiff's dogs came into my backyard and murdered my baby Rocky. My grandmother went to let the dogs out to use the restroom. The dogs ran downstairs to the left, and we seen Sarah's pit bulls coming to the right, and they came on top of the dog. We can hear Rocky crying and screaming.
Rocky is the name of your dog?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what kind of dog is Rocky?
Rocky was a Yorkie.
How long did you have him?
Rocky was 2 years old.
You have a picture of him?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see it?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you and the defendant been neighbors?
I moved in with my grandmother May 2013. My grandmother has lived in that house for over 14, 15 years.
Okay. And have her dogs gotten out before?
Yes, ma'am. They've had incidents in the past before we moved in.
Rocky is cute, very cute. Well, I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
So you saw the defendant's dogs on
Yes,
top of
ma'am.
Rocky?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
and who else saw that?
My grandmother.
Okay, and what did you do?
We were just trying to get their attention. One of the dogs ran onto the porch at us, so we ran back in the house. My mother called over to Sarah and told her that the dogs were killing our dog and she needed to come get her dog. And then she hung up, she called the police as well to come and help us to get the dogs. After a while, Sarah's fiance ran into the yard and he got the dogs, but they kept running away from him. And they kept going back over to the spot where Rocky was.
They were nowhere near that dog.
I didn't ask you a question.
After a while, Sarah finally came to the fence. She was acting like she couldn't get in the yard.
So you spoke to Sarah immediately in the aftermath of this happening?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
She didn't say anything to us. She never came over and explained how they got over in our yard. She never apologized. We have never spoke to Sarah.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
You submitted it with the evidence? Okay, and I'll take a look at that. Tell me about the times that her dogs got loose before.
A month before that, November 2013, her dogs had got loose. She was not home. Her dog attacked Rocky and my grandmother's poodle.
Okay. All right, Ms. Scholl, how did your dogs get in her yard?
Well, I believe they were called over there, first of all.
By who?
Whoever was in the backyard. First of all, I was in the kitchen cooking dinner on the night of the incident. My dogs, we had let them out to go to the bathroom. We turned the back light on. We also had an agreement with our neighbor stating, hey, if you see our back light on, don't let your dogs out because our dogs are in the backyard.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Yes, we have. We
That's
have had
not
this
true.
agreement for several years because we have had problems because my neighbors have little dogs that for no reason will come running to the fence, barking uncontrollably. They aggravate my dogs. And
Okay, dogs are dogs. And when you have
Exactly.
let me explain something to you. Dogs are animals. They do what animals do. So when you have a case like this, when someone's dog has been killed, it's not about what the dogs did, it's about what the owner did or did not do. So how did your dog get into her yard?
so on the night that this happened, we let our dogs out to go to the bathroom. I was in the kitchen cooking dinner. I saw my dogs on the back porch. They were wanting to get back in the house. Not 2 seconds later, our phone rang. And I don't know who it was, but whoever was on the phone said, your dog is over here eating my dog. Just like that, there was no hysteria, there was no nothing. We immediately ran over to the other backyard. This all happened within literally 30 seconds to 1 minute of me seeing my dogs on the back porch and getting this phone call. There's not enough time for my dogs to jump the fence, chase her dog around, get it, and not only that, our dogs were on this side of the fence, her dog was on this side of the fence. They were nowhere near her dog.
Okay.
There was no
Your
blood
Honor,
on
can I
my
say
dogs.
something?
There was nothing.
Can I say something?
Yes.
She was not there for a while. Her fiance was in our yard trying to pull the dogs away from Rocky. She didn't come for like 2 minutes.
Where's your
2
fiance?
to 3 minutes until after her
not here.
fiance was in our yard.
That's convenient.
Coming up on Judge Faith.
Look at these big dogs. Just attacked our dogs. They just attacked our dogs. Both of them.
And later,
I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see the mattress lift up, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope my stuff doesn't fly off of this
Like
truck.
you see the mattress lifting in the air?
plaintiff Tarika Maxwell says her neighbor's pit bull attacked and killed her dog Rocky. Defendant Sarah Scholl says her dogs didn't do it.
How did your dogs get into her yard? You're not answering my question.
Well, first of all, they jumped the fence. But
Okay,
this
so
all
they jumped the
happened
fence.
in a matter of 30 seconds.
So, and that's happened before, right?
It has.
That can't happen. That
understand.
cannot happen. It's your job and your responsibility to keep your dogs in your yard. That can't happen. People should not have to live in fear of your dogs jumping the fence in their yard where you know they have little dogs. They shouldn't have to live in fear of that. What if there were a kid in that backyard?
Which is true. We have since enforced our fence. We raised our fence, and there's been several times that we've come home and part of our top fence is knocked off. Like they are really trying to set it up to make it so.
Oh, so you think this is one big setup and she wanted her dog to get killed by your pit bull?
Well, you know, I understand.
Don't be ridiculous.
I understand that her dog died, but you know what? My dog died because of this situation as well.
Why? Because you're a bad dog owner. If you keep your dogs in your yard,
No, because
your
I
dog
did
will not
not have
have
the money to get my dog out of
Yes,
the impound at that time.
absolutely. You even say in your own statement, you walked outside and your pit bulls were in her yard.
Right, on the opposite side of the fence from where her dog was laying.
So there
at.
just happened to be your pit bulls in her yard. Her dog just happens to be dead, but your dogs have absolutely nothing to do with it. You're getting more tragic by the minute.
Your Honor, I did submit a video of her dogs on our porch on the November 11th.
Let's have a look.
Look at these big dogs. Just attacked our dogs. They just attacked our dogs. Both of them.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I have a video as well as far as what my dog's temperament really is with my friend's
Are those your
child.
dogs on the video?
Don't you hear her dog barking? And that, of course, they're going to do that because they are trying to defend themselves. There's a dog
Let me
barking
tell
at
you
them.
something. You need to lower your voice. Don't yell at me in my courtroom. That may be how you do things around your house with your dogs, but you're in my house now, and this is my courtroom. Do you have evidence of the cremation costs?
Yes. And this is my baby right here, his cremation.
Okay. It's a really.
They never gave me
that's
the
a tough
option to
way
cremate
go.
my dog after they killed my dog.
That's your fault.
This is my receipt for the cremation and the
I see that.
adoption papers that show how much I paid for Rocky.
And how much is that?
$800.
I mean, there's no question here that you're liable. Your dogs get out. It's ridiculous. You can't keep your dogs in your own yard. On your counterclaim, I find 0. You are completely responsible for the fact that your pit bulls keep getting out, and they sound like, frankly, they've been terrorizing the neighborhood. I do find in favor of the plaintiff in this case $800 for the cost of Rocky. You did provide proof, and also $200 cremation costs. Verdict $1,000 for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Plaintiff Shanice Hawkins is suing a mover for the value of a bedroom set she says he is responsible for destroying. Defendant Bernard First says it wasn't his fault. He is countersuing for defamation of character.
Ms. Hawkins, you're suing the defendant for $2,000 for the value of a bedroom set plus a refund and pain and suffering. Mr. Furr, you claim you owe the plaintiff nothing because you replaced the bedroom set that she claims that you damaged, and you're countersuing the plaintiff for $500 for defamation of character. Ms. Hawkins, what happened?
Judge, I hired him in April 2014 to transport a bedroom set that I had bought from a guy that I had met off of Craigslist.
Okay, and did you know the defendant prior to hiring him?
No.
How did you find out about him?
He was referred by the guy that I bought the bedroom set from.
Okay, and how much was the agreement between the two of you about how much you would pay him?
$60.
So, do you have a moving company?
No, I don't have no moving company. I'll just do this part-time, okay?
Do you have a license to move, or is this just a hobby you do on the side?
Just a hobby, I do it on the side, you know what I'm saying? The same guy.
And you make money?
I don't
you
think
make money
it's a
from
hobby because he has a sign on the side of the truck that he transfers, that he hauls stuff.
All right, so it is a business, but it's something you say you don't do full time, but you make money from it.
I make money from that.
You came to an agreement to do the move for $60, right?
Right.
Okay, and she did pay you the $60, right?
She paid me the $60.
Okay, so what happens when you meet him at the location to pick up the furniture? What happens next?
Him and his son, they proceed to load the furniture onto his truck. First, he was trying to stack the chest of drawer and the dresser on top of each other. So I told him, like, hold on, you know, that's gonna scratch. You can't do it like that. So finally, they put the pieces side by side, and then they put the mattress set on top of it. And I was looking like, you know, I hope this, you know, is okay. But I'm thinking that.
What kind of truck was it?
It was a brown GMC pickup truck.
Looked like
Okay.
it was from
And how many years have you been in the moving business on the side of your regular job?
Well, part-time, I've been doing it for the last way over 10 years. I said 25 years I've really been doing it.
And you do most of the moves on the back of a pickup truck, or do you have a moving truck?
On the back of a pickup truck.
That's kind of bootleg.
It is. It's very, it's very bootleg, Judge.
Next on Judge Faith.
I was distraught
No,
from
you
seeing
wasn't.
my
No, you
whole
wasn't.
bedroom set with
you didn't
half
see
of my
it.
bedroom set
On
fly
the
over the
highway.
She was
highway.
gone. She was gone. She didn't see
And
it.
Next
tractor
photo.
trailer truck coming down, and the mattress is stuck to the side of it.
Bogus.
Plaintiff Shanice Hawkins is suing a mover for destroying her bedroom set. Defendant Bernard Furr is countersuing for defamation of character.
Okay, so he stacks the furniture on the back of the truck,
Yeah.
ties it down. What happens?
When I see the rope, I'm thinking again because it was rope that was tied onto another rope, and you know.
You're telling me you had some hesitation. What was the hesitation about the quality of the rope?
Yes. So they got everything on the truck, and we proceeded to leave, which he was to trail me because he didn't know where I live, obviously.
And how many
Trailer,
miles
excuse
away
me.
was the
Excuse me,
destination?
trailing her. She left me. She left me.
Well, hold on one second. You knew where you were moving the furniture to, right?
No,
I didn't know
he
I was
didn't know.
moving.
So you were following her on, was it a highway?
Yes,
that you
it
had to
was a
drive down?
highway, but I did not leave
She
him.
left me. I know. You left me. You was
Okay,
going
so
at least
get
80
me
miles
to
an
the
hour.
I was
highway.
not going
Let's get
80
to the
miles an hour.
highway. What happens on the highway?
I'm constantly looking in my rearview mirror, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see the mattress lift up, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope my stuff doesn't fly off of this
Like,
truck.
you see the mattress
I
lifting in
literally
the air?
see the mattress. It hasn't lifted into the air yet, but it's
That can't
lifting
be
up
good.
because the rope that, you know, he had, it was holding it for a little bit.
Okay.
And the next time when I looked in my rearview mirror again, I seen everything just fly off the truck
Onto the highway?
onto the highway.
Wow. Okay. Tell me what happened.
Okay, I was going down the highway. I was traveling like 55 miles an hour. She was gotta been going like 80 miles an hour. I'm driving, I'm seeing that the wind was high and it was and the storm was coming, okay? The wind was picking up the mattress.
Go ahead.
I slowed down to 50 miles an hour and the wind still was blowing high. So when about time I finna pull over to the edge, the whole thing fell off, okay? So I jumped out immediately to try to pull to the side, jumped out immediately to try to retrieve.
How high was this wind? What storm was coming? Where y'all live, Kansas?
No, we was in, I'm telling you now, the wind was blowing, traveling west, we was going east. And the wind was real high, okay?
What happened when the furniture fell off the truck? What did you do?
What I do, I pulled to the shoulder of the highway. Then when I finna retrieve the mattress and the box spring, here come an 18-wheeler, ran over it. I'm seeing it, and I'm looking in my eyes like my life flashed into my eyes. Life flashed into my eyes. I had to hurry up and run and jump back in my car. If when I ran and hit me, I would have life would have been gone.
Well, I mean, the furniture even falling off on the highway is so dangerous.
It was used at that.
What is your counterclaim about, though? Because I don't see how this isn't your fault.
Okay, my counterclaim is that after I got off the highway, we exited off the highway, then I had to retrieve my cell phone to call her up to meet us at the exit. So when we met at the exit, I told her that I had another bedroom set that was my daughter's. I took her to my house and I gave her my daughter's bedroom set.
In exchange for that bedroom set?
Mattress and box spring.
Mattress, box spring, and a bed railing.
Because did you pay him for the move, by the way? Did you pay him for this move?
Yes.
Why?
And the reason why I paid him because when we
accepted
got to our home, when we got to my home, and they took the mattress and box spring, I'm thinking we finna go and part ways, and I'm sitting in my car, and he walks up to my car. He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta get some gas and, give me the weekend and I have your stuff replaced and this, that, and so I just gave him the $60. So that
it's not my fault. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it is. It is your fault.
No, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is. It's your responsibility to tie down that furniture. And if it's too windy, then you don't drive. If it's too windy, you pull over on the side of the road. Because if you don't do that, you put your life and everyone else's life on that highway in jeopardy.
Yeah.
You have a counterclaim for $500. What's that about?
Okay, for the bedroom set that I gave her.
Yes.
And humiliation she put me through.
Humiliation?
Right.
How did she humiliate you?
She also told a whole lot of other people.
I don't know anyone.
Wait, told people about what? What happened?
You're right. Told her about the incident or whatever.
And so you think that's defamation and she should pay you because she told people about what happened, what you did?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Judge Faith, the only person that we know between the both of us is the guy that I bought the bedroom set from.
Let me see the pictures you brought with you today.
And yes, I did. I called him because I was distraught when this happened to me.
Let's put these up on the flat screen. What is this a picture of?
Right there in the right corner, that's the piece that's about to fall off. It was broken off.
That piece was
already broken off. This is the bedroom set that he gave you in exchange?
Broken off.
No. Your Honor, he did not give me a bedroom
Hold on one
set.
second.
He gave me a mattress, a box spring, and a broke rail. Those pictures are in there.
But you agreed to accept that from him, correct?
Yes, I agreed to accept it because my mind was not working properly. I did not look over
Your mind wasn't working properly.
Yes, I was distraught from seeing my whole bedroom set with half of my bedroom set fly over the highway.
It was gone. She was gone. She didn't see it.
And tractor trailer truck coming down and the mattress is stuck to the side of it.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
Mr. Furr, on the issue of liability, there's no question that you're liable for damaging the plaintiff's property. However, you guys did come to an agreement after that incident, and he actually gave you a new bedroom set in exchange for the bedroom set, and you accepted it. I understand that afterwards you changed your mind and you don't like it now, but at that time period, that's the agreement that the two of you came to replace your bedroom set.
He did not give me everything,
However,
Your Honor.
you should not owe him and pay him for that move. That's $60. You're gonna pay her back that $60. She should not have to pay you for that move where her furniture was destroyed on the highway because of your negligence. On your counterclaim, sir, that's not defamation. That's just her speaking the truth about what happened. I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings, but that's just the truth. So zero on your counterclaim, $60 for you, ma'am. Good luck, folks.
All right.
Go ahead and wait here. You can go ahead and exit on out.